Dr. Jean-Marc, since we had some time, I thought it'd be fun for our patients to get to know you a little better.
Oh, my life is an open book.
So I have some questions for you.
Sure.
Okay, first question. What kind of a doctor are you?
Doctor of chiropractic. That was an easy question.
And what is a doctor of chiropractic?
What is a doctor of chiropractic, or what does a doctor of chiropractic do?
Let's say, what do they do?
What do they do? All right, so we help people. We help people by looking at their spine, finding areas where there's misalignment, dysfunction that create interference, disruption with the flow of information going from the brain to the different body parts and back. That's called subluxation. What it means to the patient is that in the first phase of care, they get to feel better. You know, people come in the office with problems as wide-ranging as headaches and jaw pain and neck pain, pain going down the arm, mid-back pain, low back pain, sciatica, disc problems. And then you get all the pediatric type of problems that Dr. Linda sees, you know, problem with latching, problem with ear infections, problem with digestion, problem with, you know, allergies, all of these things. And the reason why we have an impact on all of those things is because we are looking for the body to function at its best, having that nervous system, the brain, telling the body what to do the way it's meant to. Our body knows how to be healthy. Our body is made to be healthy. It's just a matter of making sure the body has the resources and the ability to do that. That's what we do.
So, as another doctor of chiropractic, I have to say you worded that perfectly.
Oh, thank you.
Very wonderful.
I've been around for a while.
Yeah. And I think now that we have that clear, I want to ask some questions that are a little more about you specifically. So, first question, which I think everyone is dying to know. Why do you have an accent?
Ha! I'm faking it.
That's
I've
what
been faking it for a long time.
We knew it.
Yeah, I was born in France. I was raised in France. I grew up in France. I came here when I was 20
Oh, wow.
for grad school.
For
And
chiropractic school?
For chiropractic school. And so the accent was there, and it never went away.
Very nice. And so I think all of our patients know that you love to cook. What is your favorite food to make?
Food is my favorite food. This weekend I just made something called a blanquette de veau, which was really good. So what I make is basically, it's a veal dish. What I make is what my mom made when I was growing up. So it's really simple food. It's really good, and it's really healthy, and it's really rich too.
Okay, this is a tough question. If you were the new crayon in a box, what color would you be?
Oh, I'd go for like sunburst orange.
Ooh.
Sunburst orange.
Yep,
That
that's where I
is
would go.
specific.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and this question, this is a good one.
I'm glad you like it.
In your family, who is your favorite? Dr. Linda, Alan, Caroline, or Joy?
Ah,
Put on the spot.
Dr. Linda. Yeah, for sure.
Because she's going to be the first to watch this.
And the last one in the house when everyone's gone.
And what is your favorite book?
My favorite book, I tell you, I read a lot, so that changes over time. But I think my all-time favorite is Ben Franklin's autobiography.
Wow.
I think that was probably the most one-read, single, easy to approach repository of life wisdom. And then second after that, there's this book I read maybe 5 years ago that is really, really good. I get back to it on a regular basis. And it's called The Guide to the Good Life. And that is a synopsis of the Stoic thinking, you know, Seneca and Zeno's a Greek and all kind of people like that. But they had this incredible foresight and insight in human nature that to this day resonate true. They took the time to look, analyze, and understand what drove the human person and what drove people and what made that enabled people to reach happiness. And that's very, very profound and and that book makes it very, very useful and approachable. And that's probably my second favorite book.
So you like nonfiction books?
Well, I read a lot of science fiction books for like taking my mind off of things, but that's, I just go through them like, it's light reading.
And what would you say your favorite cooking show is?
Well, I have several. Here, I used to have a favorite TV cooking show, America's Test Kitchen. They take things apart. But when you read the cookbook, a lot of the recipes is like 6 steps, but each step is 12. And it's incredibly complex and complicated. And, they take a long time. And, if I read a recipe, I kind of like do things as I read them. But when a step has 12 sub-steps, you mess up. So I have since discovered YouTube. And on YouTube, there is a million kitchen cooking shows. And so I'm watching some French cooking shows. I'm watching some cooking shows out of Great Britain, some cooking shows out of the United States. So here is a series of French cooking shows that I have just completely fallen in love with. They were filmed in the 60s and 70s, and with values that are so totally different than today's value, like politically correctness, like out the window. Women do this, men do that, and you take the duck and they bring out a whole live duck and they kill the duck, and stuff like that you'd never see on TV today. And they go through these traditional French recipes where a little starter amount of butter is 3 sticks, and you go like, whoa, when people look at me funny when I put 1 stick of butter to stop my cooking, a dish. So it's really, really funny. That's probably my favorite cooking show right now. This series of archive cooking shows from France is just really amazing.
We're going to do a speed round next, so this is going to be a couple quick fire questions for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Lake or ocean?
Ocean.
Mountains or ocean?
Mountains.
Ooh, interesting. Do you like to hike?
Yes, I do.
Excellent. Okay. Do you prefer a convertible or an SUV?
On a day like today, I miss my convertible.
It's a top-off day, you like to say?
In January, I really prefer an SUV.
Excellent. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Okay. Fruits or vegetables? I know both, but...
Vegetables.
Excellent. So you would say you have more of a savory tooth than a sweet tooth?
Yep.
Okay. Do you think you are more of a chef than you are a baker?
Yeah, I'm a cook, not a chef.
Well, do you cook savory or sweet?
Savory.
Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Do you prefer a boat or to sit on the beach?
I like the romance of the boat. I'm not sure about the practical aspect of the boat, and I do enjoy the beach.
What's your favorite season?
Summer.
Okay. Least favorite season?
That in between winter and spring that we get in New England. March, April, where it's just not warm, rainy, muddy. That's my least favorite.
Do you have any out of the box fears, like a phobia of spiders or
Snakes.
You don't like snakes? Good to know. Ooh.
Everyone bring in your fake snakes this week.
Don't even think about it.
We'll get jumping.
Okay, I think we have one last big question that everyone wants to know.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite patient?
I do have a favorite patient.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was going to be everybody.
I love everyone. I love my patients. That's clear, right? I love my patients. But I do have a favorite patient, Cecilia. Cecilia is my favorite patient. She started when she was this big. She's now taller than me. And I don't know. is just, you know, we you know, she's just such an adorable and a little girl. She's not a little girl anymore, but you know, she's my favorite.
For those tuning in, you know, you said that you started seeing Cecilia when she was little, so we see pediatric patients here and we can follow them through their milestones. Can you share a little bit why that's so cool for you?
Yeah, so we've been here 33 years. 33 years. So during that time, we've seen, you know, we've had patients who have grown from adults to having, you know, from young adults to having children to becoming grandparents. And we are seeing these people through the arc of life, right? I mean, we have one family where we've been seeing 4 generations of them, actually several families. And we have, so we get to see, you know, kids coming in at any of those points. So there's 2 reasons why kids come in. For, you know, they have a problem. That's the kids Dr. Linda sees, right? And she's amazing at it. And truth be told, she's top 10 in the world in pediatric chiropractic. She teaches all around the world. Her nickname in the profession is the queen of pediatrics. And she's earned it. I mean, she is top shelf. She, you know, there's not, you know, without compare. The second reason why people bring kids is because they are under care and they want their children to be as healthy as possible and grow to live up to their full potential as human beings. And chiropractic helps make that happen. It's a natural consequence of having a nervous system that is free of interference. And those kids tend to come along and follow us through the arc of life. And Cecilia is one of those. And you know, it's so fulfilling to see people growing up and having their own children and seeing those children who in turn grow up and have their own children. And the funny thing is that, you know, I mean, there's some people who come in and they're in their 30s, and I remember them when they were 3, and you know, and I kind of remember them. I think of them as still as they were 3 or 6 or 12. It's really fun. It's really cute. It's very fulfilling.
It's a really family-oriented practice. It makes it feel like they're part of your own family once they begin.
Well, they are.
It's beautiful. Awesome. Well, Dr. Jean-Marc, thank you so much for taking the time to let us ask you these questions, and I'm excited to see what comments there will be after this video, and if any patients have extra questions to let us know, and we'll get Dr. Jean-Marc back on the camera to answer them.
Woot woot.
All right, everyone.
Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.